Hello everyone and welcome back to New Game Plus Differences in Dark Souls 2. I almost forgot what game I'm playing. Ain't that anyway. Yeah. And today we're going to be going to Huntsman's Copse. That I think I'm going to try and kill the Executioner's Chariot today, so this should be a fun one, considering it's on New Game Plus Plus. Now, the first thing you'll notice different in Huntsman's Copse, I think I said something very wrong there. Huntsman's Copse, or it might have sounded that way, are all the black phantoms, or red phantoms, depending on how you prefer to, refer to them as. They're not very difficult. I mean, it's the same enemies you've already fought before, it's just they have more health and they do more damage. I mean, you can be a little bit reckless if you want to just get it over quickly, if you have the... I forget that stat now. The one where you get hit and you don't actually just cancel your animation. I forget what that's called. Yeah, anyway, if you have a lot of that. But as you saw, if you don't have a lot of vitality, you're going to go down fairly quick if you screw up here. In New Game Plus onwards, that's the name of the game. Perfection. So either stun lock them, or just don't do stupid stuff. And yes, it took a long time for me to aim there. I'm not good with aiming with joystick controllers as I used to be. I may have grew up playing on consoles, shooters and all that, but once you get used to a mouse and keyboard, it gets difficult to ever go back. And no, I'm not one of those master race people. I like all consoles evenly, except the Wii. But even the Wii has its uses. But getting back on topic here. Seriously, if you fought these things before, you can fight them again. It's all the same, folks. The only difference is, this last pull, I don't know how to quite pull the right way. So I got two. So, this is one of the situations where you go, damn, 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 and you just start trying to murder the things quickly. Or, choice B, you run backwards and try and get them to leash and try to pull over again, but if you do that, you're going to have to face the both of them at the same time. I prefer the more aggressive method there, and just trying to get rid of one very quickly. But yes, these things, I believe, actually do damage through your shield. We will see here. Yes, they in fact do. I thought they did with the show tell there. I finally remember what that thing's called. It's the show tell. But the best thing is, if you actually are fast and can roll a little better than I can, is usually try and get a backstab. I think you can backstab these things. Holy crap, I didn't get hit there. But I think you can backstab these things. And the final thing before the boss is, of course, this gentleman. We all remember him from last time. He's a beast. But unfortunately, on New Game Plus Plus, he has a lot more health than he did in the regular New Game. And he will eventually catch up to you, even if you employ this great arrow method. So, that's why you pepper him with shots beforehand, and then finish him off with your, well, in my case, Ultra Greatsword. Different playstyles may have to do different things. I can only show you my playstyle, so I'm sorry. Now, for this fight, you want to get prepared. In my case, that would be, I want to have, what's it called? Right, the Alluring Skulls. Why do I want the Alluring Skulls for this boss fight? The Alluring Skulls make this boss fight a lot easier in the beginning. It doesn't make the actual boss any easier, but it makes getting to the boss fight much more manageable. Why? Well, the skeletons chase the Alluring Skulls, so they don't bother you in your little hidey holes or alcoves or whatever you want to call them. Now you still got to go kill the necromancers, but in this case, well, that was a really bad throw, and that was pretty much the exact same throw. But if I hadn't thrown those, they would have been attacking me, and I'm lucky I was backstabbing there, because I think that probably should have killed me. Name of the game is kill the necromancers early. I forgot what they're called again. That was called the necromorphs. Which is funny, considering I've never really played Dead Space, and I think that's what they're called in Dead Space. Beyond that, it's just covering your own butt, otherwise you'd have skeletons hitting me right in the back right now. And, of course, they do expire And you don't want to do something stupid like I did there. Throw to the right and then go to the right. Otherwise you'll still get hit. But yeah, it just makes it a lot more doable without having to deal with 4 skeletons. See, the one ran right past me. Otherwise I'd had to deal with him as well. Now this is just really insurance. I didn't want to I wanted to make sure that thing wasn't going to chase me. But then again, I'm an overly cautious person, so I'm just trying to show you guys the absolute easiest, most foolproof way to get to the boss fight. I'm not actually all that great against this boss, but for this boss fight, I'm not actually that good against this boss, but getting to the boss fight, I like to think I've got this on lockdown. Because right there's the lever that we need to push. Now, there's 2 ways to go about doing this. If you want to do things the easy way, I suppose I could link that in an annotation right here. Should be on the top middle of your screen. But if you want to do this the legitimate way, well, we're going to do that this way this time. Now, this boss you need to be able to dodge. I learned that the hard way this fight. You can't dodge that, or you can't block that. If you couldn't dodge it, you really would be screwed. You can't block that. A lot of these things cannot be blocked. That is one of the few attacks you actually can indeed block. Anybody knows me knows that, well, I'm not so good at that whole dodging thing. And apparently not even good at blocking either. Of course, it also probably should be said that I have not played Dark Souls 2 in a while, so that might well be why. Oh, crap. Why did that hit me? Oh dear. This might be over soon. No, I thought that thing was getting ready to kick. Oh lord, if that thing had kicked, I'd have died. The thing's kicks hurt that hurts very, very badly. I mean, that takes away like 3/4 of my health, and I have, what, 50 vitality right now, so... Well, there you go, that's how much. I guess it's not quite 75%, that's more along 55%, but you get what I'm saying here. It hurts a lot. Now, most of these things, as long as you can time your rolls, or just get lucky like I did right there, it's actually not that bad of a fight. Because the hardest thing to dodge for me is that charge. When it starts spewing dark flame or whatever the hell it's doing right now, just circle around it. It's really not that hard to dodge. Of course, I forgot how long it circles. If I'd actually remembered that, I wouldn't have had trouble with it. I mean, I don't know what that thing is called when it backs up on its hind legs like that. That thing doesn't take all that much stamina to actually block. So, of course, being behind it's a very bad thing. It's risky. It could mule kick you, and you saw how much damage that did before. But yes, right there, as you saw, its regular physical attack doesn't hit for beans. So you can easily block that. I think if it hits you, it still does quite a bit of damage, but... I mean, stamina damage-wise, at least on Hovel's Great Shield, Magic Infused +5, it doesn't do a lot, and that was just plain stupid, putting myself against the wall like that. I've learned in MMOs, don't stand behind horse bosses and don't stand behind dragons. Pretty good advice to live by. Of course, I dodged too early there, but... Someone's probably, no doubt, thinking, wow, this guy sucks at dodging. Yes, I know that. I acknowledge that. That's why I have a Hovel's Great Shield on most of my boss attempts, okay? I rely on blocking, not dodging. I think that was just one of those, I think I dodged the wrong direction, because there was a wall there. I will also go on record saying this was without a doubt my worst ever Executioner Chariot boss fight I have ever participated in. Ever. So, that probably should be said. Of course, I played with fire a little bit here, banking that it wouldn't actually pivot all the way over, but even if it did, my shield would have actually blocked most of the damage. A hell of a lot more than it had been. Oh, I forgot about that attack, because it doesn't do it, like, ever. Pretty obvious what you need to do to dodge that. Well, actually, I guess it's not, but I don't know why the hell it just decided to go spewing dark fire over the other direction. I'm lucky I didn't get mule kicked right there. Because I was right in range for it and thought, hey, I can block this, right? Well, my instinct said I could block it. my logical point in my mind, a second after I did that, thought, you moron. Pretty much akin to right there as well. I tend to make fun of myself a lot in Dark Souls 2 boss fights, while they're happening. Not even afterwards, while they're happening. That was really bad. And I know what you're probably thinking, you heal a lot more than I do during these fights. Yes, I probably do. Because I've been in so many boss fights over my Souls career, I noticed toward the end of the boss fights is when I make the most game-changing, stupid, like that, mistakes. That if I don't heal every chance I get, I'm going to die. And that's just not good for business. Which is one of the reasons I'm really glad they decided to add life gems. I mean, they're slower than Estus, in all forms of the word, but they still do give you a small amount of healing. That's why I carry a lot of them. By all rights, I had no real claim to win this fight. I never should have won this fight. But I'll give you a hint, it's going to die. Otherwise, why would I be showing you this? I mean, when you think about it, the video was pretty much a foregone conclusion when the moment you clicked on the video, now wasn't it? Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, put the Skeleton Lord's video up right now. I would, but well, to be honest, it's been a busy week and I didn't exactly have time to do that. Which was the reason why I went and made this, because I knew this would be a nice quick boss fight. And I'm going to go and record some System Shock 2 right now and scare the living bejesus out of myself. That game's fun. Hadn't played that game before, now I'm glad I chose that game. But that's going to be it for today, guys, for New Game Plus differences, or in this case, New Game Plus Plus differences. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully I shall see you later, and as always, feel free to like or even subscribe for easier access to future content, and hopefully I shall see you later. Farewell, everyone.